Good afternoon, everybody. I hope we are having an awesome and warm day. It's not supposed to get above freezing here today, but I don't care. I'm in here in my sewing room, and Stephanie, I think it's a little bit colder there.
Yep, just a little.
So she's in her sewing room too.
Yep,
Though I think your sewing room has a little bit less heat than mine, if I remember correctly, because you're
it
usually cold
does.
down there in the winter.
It is freezing here. My studio's in the basement, and I'm in Ohio, and we've got about 11 inches of snow on the ground, and it's not been out of the teens all week. So it's pretty cold down here, so that's why I haven't come down and sewn all week. But I was determined to come and sew this. I don't care how cold I get because I want to sew something, and I want to do this with Russ. So,
And we were supposed to be joined by David,
yep.
who was on my live yesterday, but he has an emergency with work to deal with.
Mm,
Something about a broken pipe, and that doesn't sound very fun. So I don't know
no.
exactly what's going on. Uh, he may join halfway through our stream. We don't know if he will or not. Just depends on what time he's able to get the people that he needs involved. And I think the good thing is he lives on site where the water main break or where the water break is or something like that, or maybe around the corner from it. So once he gets the experts there, he could probably be on within 5 minutes. I told him to call my phone and before he gets on live because I don't like letting people on while I'm on YouTube if in case it's not really them.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I doubt that anybody else would be coming in with his screen name and everything, but that's it.
But you never
Uh,
know.
I know we do remember that Steven story that I did not see.
Yep.
So what we are working on, and I don't have my front page of the pattern, is the Secret Garden Sampler.
Nope, I've got mine.
Stephanie has hers, which is I found this a couple years ago at one of my local quilt shops and said, "This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun."
Yeah,
And I showed it to Stephanie, and Stephanie's like, "Ooh, I want to do that."
pretty.
And uh, later we learned that it's the same people who, or same person who did the Barnstar sampler. And
Yes.
then she's also released the Flower Farm sampler
Hmm.
and a couple other samplers. They all tend to use about the same blocks. I was looking through the Flower Farm sampler last night and I saw a handful of the exact same names, the exact same blocks.
Yep.
This one I don't think is in the Barnstar nor in the Flower Farm. And it is called the Weather Vane block.
Hmm.
And I am doing it in Camille Roskelley fabrics.
Nice.
My fabric bundle is here.
Beautiful.
And part of the whole thing is I have stripes. I was not thinking about stripes until I looked at everything as I was getting things cut and said, I have stripes. How is this going to work with my OCD? Think I figured out a way to make it work with my OCD. So,
Awesome. And
and
I'm
I think,
actually doing the original colorway that you see here.
yeah, I was going to say Stephanie, I think, was doing
Mhm.
the original colorway.
Yep. The writer of these patterns is Shelley Cavanna of Cora's Quilts, and she's a Benartex designer. And when I found that out, I decided to do the original one because I'm using her fabrics, which is Benartex, and it's got really pretty like turquoise and pink and greens.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
So, and purples and blues and limes, it just really appealed to me. So,
And you were
yeah,
a Benertex ambassador last year.
I was. Yeah,
So that all worked.
it worked.
And
We
I
didn't
don't
get started last year, but that's okay.
remember. We tried, we had like life fell apart in
Yep.
a little bit for both of us. So we did what we could, but we got it started this year. That's all that matters.
Yep, we are back on track this year. I'm very excited. Now, if it would just get warmer so I could sew more.
I don't remember exactly which fabrics David is using.
Mm,
Hopefully he'll be able to show us if he's able to show up today. If not, he'll be able to show next time. It's going to be Civil War prints because that's what is his jam.
yeah.
So, and I think his local quilt shop actually picked out which fabrics were 1 through 15. So I think that's kind of cool that he was able to get them to do that.
Nice. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what he picked.
I know it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So before we start sewing and stuff, because there's a lot of steps in this block. It's not difficult, there's just a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Let's see who's in the chat. We have starting firsties is um our friend Julie, who says, "Good
Hi,
morning,
Julie.
Russ and Stephanie. Excited to follow this sampler." Good morning, bestie Colleen, and also good morning, Ingrid. I'm sorry,
Hi,
afternoon.
ladies.
It's afternoon. I have to keep telling
I know. I
myself
still keep thinking it's morning too.
David says his is green and purple.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty.
He's in the chat, I guess, while he's dealing with the emergency that's happening.
Oh, I can't wait to see your fabrics, David.
So, yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think we should just get sewing.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
There's so many steps in here. I'm not going to try to even pretend that this is a tutorial type thing. We're just going to be sewing together.
Yeah.
If there's anything that we think might be kind of exciting to share, we'll share it. Whether
Okay.
Stephanie finds something exciting or whether I find something exciting. One thing that I did learn, and I sent you, Stephanie, and David, that there is some pattern corrections. And apparently the copy of the pattern that I have looks identical to the corrections. So,
Okay, that's good.
but I don't know if the copy of the pattern you have looks like the
Okay.
directions. The first correction is in month two. So as long as you haven't cut month two or try to sew month two,
No.
I think you're okay.
Okay.
And then I think the other one was in month nine or something like
Okay.
that. So
Thank you for sending that. We'll definitely check that out. I figured because you said it was month two, I didn't need to look at it yet. So
yeah, I mean, mistakes happen in patterns.
yeah.
I fault nothing. And I think the fact that she uses the same blocks across her projects
Hmm.
makes the errata problems fewer. Uh, Good
Oh, that's
afternoon,
funny.
Kathy, who says, "So
Hi,
glad to see
Kathy.
you both."
All right. You ready to sew?
I am ready.
I am. I'm looking at these fabrics and I can't wait to put this together. Yay.
That there are a lot of pieces
Yes.
in this block,
Yep.
and just because this is helping my brain start moving a little bit faster, am actually starting on step 6. Nope, not really 6. 5.
Five. Okay.
I'm starting on step 5 because those are the where's my picture? If we look at it's this portion of the block, this chevron looking thing,
Uh-huh.
I because those are a little bit less complicated than dealing with stripes. In my mind, I want to start those first
That makes
because
sense.
stripes. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to make sure that I am doing these correctly. Because this is a stitch and flip, but it's
Yep.
not the traditional stitch and flip that we are accustomed to. And we're doing stitch and flip on steps 1 and 2 as well.
Yeah, it looks like she uses that a lot in this pattern.
They feel like they're like I skim through the rest of the pattern, I feel like they're less and less. But the
Yeah.
way the stitch and flip is happening is we've got two rectangles and you have to line them up and sew corner to corner. So the top corner of one rectangle to the bottom corner of the other rectangle so that when you open it up, you get a solid rectangle that's pseudo type of flying geese.
Mhm.
And we have to make mirror images of those. So I made sure that I was able to, uh, I'm making sure that I'm able to line things up correctly. The pattern tells us to, for all of these stitch and flips, to draw the corner to corner. But if you have diagonal seam tape or a laser, uh, what I have been doing is lining up the upside down piece, the side that you cannot see with the needle, because you can kind of see it through the fabric, and then lining up the point that we can see that's on top with diagonal seam tape or laser. And
Yeah.
that has been working nice for me because we all know how much we like to draw
Draw
lines.
lines. No, thank you, if I don't have to. I do on bigger pieces, but not kind of up to 3 inches, 3 inch squares. I don't draw the lines. When they get a little bit bigger than that, then I do.
Yeah, I think 3 inches is about my line limit as well
Yeah.
because my laser line goes out to be about 2.5, 3 inches, maybe.
Hmm.
So, but then I have diagonal seam tape later. But I feel like there's a little bit more movement the bigger it gets.
Yeah.
Julie says, "Okay, you two, I just got my bucket of fabrics and my pattern out. I need to sew along. I need another sew along. Not.
Please sew
Julie,
along,
this is
Julie.
fun.
Yeah.
Just take it slow. Read the instructions and take it slow."
I'm working on step one. So I'm starting at the beginning and doing these little corners. So I got this piece done.
Oh, I love that color fabric,
That
which
purple, yeah.
I having recolored everything myself
Hmm.
has been torture trying to identify which fabric is which.
Oh
Even
yeah.
though, I printed out my color chart from
Yeah.
EQ8 where I recolored everything.
And you still can't?
Well, because I see a different color on the pattern than I do in my fabric.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, it's almost like, I mean, in a lot of patterns, you're doing that anyway because most people aren't buying the immediate kit when a pattern is released, if it's released with a certain fabric.
Yeah.
But you're either doing that with something that's super scrappy, so it really doesn't matter. It's,
Yeah.
your fabric line or a background, or you're doing it and you usually do the almost the exact same colors. And I've done a lot of color swapping in my stuff.
Mm.
So, um, it's just been a little bit more of a challenge as I'm doing this. Uh, I almost feel like I want to take some time and just cut out all the blocks and
Oh,
just see where we get with that. But cutting's also not my favorite. So,
yeah. I actually started cutting. I haven't cut out every single block, but I started cutting and I've got most of the color done. The
oh, nice.
background fabrics I don't have all done because it was a lot. And
Yeah, what is it? 7 yards of background color fabric.
something like that, yeah.
The one thing that I did notice that I liked is it's a 12-month block of the month
Hmm.
where month 12 is putting it together.
Yeah, I like that. I like that it finishes on the put together.
Because when we did Bumbleberry Pie, we had to go into a month 13 to put it together. And the
Yeah.
same thing with the Kona block of the month. We had to go into a month 13 to put it all together. And, when we're putting it all together, we don't need any extra fabric except for the border.
Yeah.
So that I think that's going to be really nice
Do
as we're.
do you think you'll add an extra border on this one?
I don't think I'm going to add an extra border.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's going to finish out at a good size for me to fit on my long arm.
Mhm.
And if I added more fabric to it, we start to risk, is it going to fit on the long arm?
That's true. Yeah, it's 80, what? I forget what this is. 80 by something, right?
Uh, does it say the final 80 by 92?
Yeah.
So 80 is really pushing me comfort level on the long arm because my long arm hypothetically can stitch up to 84.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a real challenge, we'll say. Good morning, M. How you
Hi,
doing?
Em.
And I can say morning because I know it's morning over there. So what exciting has been going on with you besides the MJ Messenger bag, which I haven't started yet?
Um, Not that much really. And like I said, I haven't sewn at all this week because it was so cold down here. Um, so I need to get back to that because I need to make the next video. And Sarah's like, can you get my bag done? Because college started back up. So yeah, that's pretty much it for right now.
She has stuff she has to messenger in that bag.
That's right. Her books, her computer. Yeah. It's 2:18, so late evening last time you said. Em said it's 2:18 for him.
2:18. That's a little late and or early,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
depending on which direction we're talking.
Yeah.
Good morning, Greenland Quilter Katie. How you doing?
Hello.
And good morning, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
No, I think it's no afternoon for Jackie's too as well.
Oh,
It's my brain, like for me, I tell people this all the time. When I was working at Waffle House, I worked third shift, waiting
uh-huh.
tables. So it was always difficult for me to decide, okay, do I say good morning or good evening to these people when it's at like 4 and 5 in the morning? Because we didn't know if they were getting ready to go to work or if they were just coming home from the club. And you'd like to think that the way that they're dressed would be that, but no. I mean, there are certain club outfits that was very easy to identify,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of times where, you know, people go to work at or in, I'm just going to say civilian clothes and not dressy up.
Yeah.
So some people it was a little bit more difficult. And then of course you had the people who went out clubbing in uh less fancy clothes, we'll say. So at that point I just decided it's always morning in Waffle House. So And Jackie says it is 11:20 there, so it's still morning. Julie says that she has no heat in her sewing room, but hubby bought her a buddy heater, best gift ever. So you might want to
Oh,
check into that if you can.
I will have to look into that. And yes, Julie, cold is not my friend either. I think, Julie, don't you have RA as well? I think so. I have RA, rheumatoid arthritis. And so the cold, once you get cold with that, it's really hard to get warm. That's the big problem.
I remember growing up, uh, I know when we bought the trailer, and I say we, it was really mom and dad. There was like a central heat air type thing, but I'm
Mm.
guessing it busted at some point. And then we didn't have, the whole, we'll just say forced heat throughout the house trailer. And we were purchased those miniature, for lack of a better phrase, oil heaters, the ones that look like radiators.
Uh-huh.
And those things worked really nice. And kept our rooms pretty warm in the wintertime.
That's good.
And, thinking back, I'm like, how much did we really need that heat? But also, trailers, I don't think retained heat very well. So who knows?
Yeah. They don't have a ton of insulation, do they?
Not usually. I think they have them better now.
Oh,
But,
okay.
when you have a manufactured home from either the 70s or 60s, I don't know when it was made. I'm sure that there was lots of air gaps in there. And it also went through a couple hurricane, or at least one hurricane, a couple snow and ice storms. We had leaks in the roof all over the place.
Mm.
Good afternoon, Eva Opal. How are you? Says hello, Russ and Stephanie. Hello, everyone. How's everyone
Hi.
doing?
All right. Well, this first part is going together really quickly.
Says the person without directional fabric.
Yeah, I don't have directional like Russ does. That would slow it down for sure.
Oh no, Colleen says she's been without heat in her apartment since the 23rd of January. Her management office gave her a couple of space heaters to use. Thankfully, it hasn't been too bad.
Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry.
Hello, Charlotte, who says hello, Stephanie and Russ.
Hello.
And we have Brenda says that they are in a manufactured mobile home in Florida, and it's cool there even with the thermostat at 74.
Oh,
I do know that Florida people can't handle temperatures like have been happening up here.
oh yeah. Or even up here, they would freeze.
I say that with all the love in the world because I have family who lives in Florida, but also I say it with all the laughter in the world because that's just hilarious to me.
I know I was talking to somebody when we had that big snowstorm, and the one morning with the wind chill, it was like negative 18 here. And they're in Florida, and the person I was talking to is like, oh, it's so cold here. It's 50. And I'm like, don't even, don't even talk to me right now. But it's what you get used to, right?
That is very true. I mean, think about Hawaii. They would, next to die if it got to, 50.
Yeah.
Ingrid tells Colleen it's the first time her internal furnace is working in her favor.
There you go.
I do have to say, I would rather my heat go out in the wintertime than that 40 days and 40 nights that I had no air conditioner a couple years
Oh
ago.
yeah, that I don't know how you stood that.
Because you can at least try to warm up, I mean, with space heaters and stuff.
Hmm.
The only way I survived is because I had friends who gave me portable air conditioners, and I bought a portable air conditioner for in here, but it still never cooled things down enough to be fully comfortable at night. So
Right. You were a trooper.
I can sleep in the cold, but I cannot sleep in the heat.
Yeah.
Although my neck is currently messed up and it's probably because I sleep in the cold.
Oh, Brenda said they spent winters in Florida as Canadian snowbirds.
Okay. So you're usually fine with the little bit of chilly temperatures. So what we're making in steps 5 and 6 are these half chevrons.
Hmm.
They're not quite half square triangle usages. Um, I don't even think you can make them in half square triangle format because of the size of them.
No.
And when you're pressing them, you want both of your seams to press the same direction because that way, when you're putting them together, you can make sure your seams nest.
It's a good tip.
The instructions tell us to do that, but that's one of those things that you don't always finish reading is the pressing directions.
Yeah.
I don't think I agree with the very last pressing direction in this block, but that's besides the point. It tells us to press inwards, and
Oh.
pressing inward is fine for the outer pieces, but it is not fine for the centerpiece with all of the bulk. So I just pressed everything out or inward.
Mm.
Katie says this Florida girl handles a cold as long as the wind isn't included. We had some good wind last night.
Did you?
I like it kept shaking the house. This morning when we went
Wow.
outside, there's a couple giant branches in my neighbor's yard.
Wow.
Jackie says the floors in her house are cold, tiles.
Mm.
This is supposed to break the high record. Too hot for February 1st.
Wow.
Well, at least you're staying warm. I will say I do like the tile floors or the couple rooms that have tile floors in here because I do like the nice and cool floors in the wintertime.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to have to seam rip.
Oh no.
Silly white on white. And now I have to go through the rest of these to make sure I didn't mess up anything else.
Those can
Thankfully,
be
I caught it
tricky.
before I put it in the quilt.
Mhm.
Now, that's a whole, does it really? Oh, there's two of them I got to do.
Oh,
That maybe three. Um, but it's like, does it really matter because it is a white on white? It's hard to tell.
it
But
depends. Is it going to bother you? If it's going to bother you, then you need to change it.
oh, it's gonna bother me, so that's part of the reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Katie says South Greenland is warmer than most of the U.S. Currently, which is interesting. And Jackie says tile is nice in the summertime, helps keep her sewing area cool.
Okay. All right. I've got the four corners done.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
I like the fabric. Now I can move on to the chevrons that you're making.
You and your speedy sewing.
Okay.
The only problem with it being so cold outside
Mm-hmm.
is the normal temperature I keep my thermostat is way
Mm-hmm.
too hot now.
Oh.
Because with all the times that I go in and out with Riley,
Mm-hmm.
my body's like, okay, it's hot in here, it's hot in here. It's one of my complaints about when I went to Massachusetts in November for Thanksgiving. It can be very cold outside, but then they will overcompensate
Oh.
the inside temperature.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just might as well not wear a jacket in the 30 seconds that I'm outside. But because Riley likes to spend 5 minutes out back trying to decide if she wants to go potty, I have a snuggie that I wear that'll go outside in and um, close it up in the back with my hand. I'm sure I look like a hot mess if any of my
Ah,
neighbors looked at me, but I'm like, I'm warm
yeah, that's all that matters.
and I'm
That's
not
true.
doing this throughout the neighborhood. I'm just
Yeah.
doing it in my backyard.
I like your snuggie. I love the color of it.
It's my Jedi snuggie. It's got the Jedi logo and everything on it.
That's
So it's like
awesome.
the Jedi robes from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because frankly, the pajamas that I wore at the retreat are shorts. Okay, three seams ripped and almost back together. In the back of my mind, I kind of knew it was a mistake trying to do a white on white
Mm,
or white on cream, cream on white, whatever color they say this is.
yeah.
But most backgrounds are that anyway. So, although now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder how a grunge would have looked with this.
Oh, that would have been pretty too.
That's much better. Now, time for me to lay out my stripes. That way, that way.
Well, you have to really think about these chevron pieces going different directions.
Yeah. What I did was I sewed all of one side of step 5,
Hmm.
and then I sewed all of one side of step 6,
Hmm.
making sure that they were the opposite directions because I was able to see what was behind my needle already. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
was able to make sure that they were going opposite directions. And then that let me um, sew the opposite side easier because I didn't have to do a lot of thinking of, is this going the right direction? Is everything going the right way?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I also pressed to the background first and then pressed to the rest of everything second. And that was just so that I didn't have to trim the backs between my sews. I can trim the backs at one time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because if you follow the pressing directions in the pattern, you have to trim between the two steps Whereas if you do it the opposite way, you save minuscule seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Seriously, Russell?
Uh-oh, now what?
Two more need to be ripped.
Oh no. Those
Uh,
tone on tones, I'm telling you, they're tricky. I'm using a tone on tone as well. I'm having to really pay attention.
I just might work on some magic of television. Okay. David will probably be joining momentarily because he just called. There he
Oh,
is.
good. Okay. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. How you doing? David, you survived the flood.
Yeah, it was special.
Hi, David.
Hello. So what all have I missed? I popped in for a minute and then yes.
You've missed Rust have to seam rip a couple times and
Yeah.
then again, and I'm just like, whatever at this point. I'll
Okay.
rip that later.
Those tone on tones, they'll get you every time.
Yes.
So now everybody's waiting to see your fabrics
Oh,
because that's the other thing that you've missed was show and tell the fabrics. I'm going to spotlight you for everyone so that they can see your
yes.
fabrics.
So because I'm special, I took a picture of all of it and you can see it's very much in purples and greens.
Oh, I like it.
So I let the my quilt store here. I gave them all the fabric and I'm like, here, pick out which what goes with what. So we shall see how this is going to turn out.
Nice. What color are you using for background?
It's like a grungy kind of moda,
Oh,
not
nice.
grunge, because we all know how much I detest grunge.
I know.
I was going to say you and grunge, that didn't sound right.
No, I went to the moda side of things.
Mhm.
Okay.
So did they get the pipe fixed?
Oh no, no, the plumber's on the way out. I
Oh,
just have at least no flooding of rooms, so
that's good.
And you were trying to say it's because they turned on the heat that turned off the heat?
so our heat exchange broke and like split in half for the boiler system. And so I had a big event last night, a banquet event, and so I had to have the contractors sit there and watch it last night from like 3 to 9. So we heated up the building and then we turned it off, and so of course now I have broken pipes.
Yeah.
But we're already at 42 right now, so we're already warmer than we have been. So
That's good.
Russ,
Fine.
I'm still playing chicken bobbin with the bobbin from yesterday. And I did other stuff last night with it too. So I'm like, okay.
Hello, the Siberian Wind says, "Hi, y'all. I'm going to be busy sewing, but I'm here to hang for a bit."
Oh,
How you
awesome.
doing?
You're kidding me. Did I just do that?
That's what I've said 3 times already today.
It's a
And
good
I
thing they're
almost did
live.
that again.
This is what I hate about grunge-esque. Freaking heck.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, if it wasn't live, there would be some choice words already. Because now I need to check these two to make sure that they're correct.
I just almost sewed a couple pieces wrong, and I had to make it's that whole this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And thankfully this doesn't feel right saved me.
Oh, that's good.
Are you drawing these, Russ, or are you lasering them?
So that's another thing that you missed. What I am doing is I am placing the square of the fabric so that I can see one of the points and have that facing me, and the point that I cannot see, I'm lining up underneath the needle and just using laser, diagonal seam tape, whatever that we can to do that. Just because you know how much we hate drawing lines.
Yeah.
And since you need to have a point to sew to, I figure if you keep the side up that you can see, it's going to make it a little bit easier to head to that point.
Yeah.
I think we're safe from these odd stitch and flips for a few blocks after this. So
Good.
on one hand, I'm like, they gave us the one of the more difficult blocks first. But on the other hand, at least the rest of them are going to feel easier.
True. So did you press your chevrons open like it says?
When I sew the two together, yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's because you're going to do an additional snowball after this.
Oh, okay. I feel like it makes sense. It is kind of bulky.
Yeah, that one definitely needs to press open.
Yeah. Good tip on the pressing opposite though, because that worked and it went together really nicely. There's that
Oh, I
one.
like that.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So it happens that this block is all purple for me.
Oh, nice.
We know I don't complain about the purple.
No, this is very different for me too because it's like not normal. They were so concerned at the store. It was hilarious. They're like, but what if it's wrong? And I said, there's no such thing as wrong.
Aw.
That feels like the opposite of the last time that I was in one of the stores here because somebody is teaching the beginner class for the first time. So she's got to make her own beginner quilt.
Mm-hmm.
And the shop owner wanted it done in a certain fabric line, which the poor lady finds hideous.
Oh.
And like they had one set of fabrics lined out, pulled out, and I'm like, I don't know about that. So I picked out other fabrics and she just looked and she goes, oh yeah, that's hideous too. I'm like, well, I can't help you because I made this fabric look as good as I can in the limitations that I was given.
Yeah.
Nikki asks, are we doing kits through Cora Quilts? Stephanie's kit came, I don't know if it came directly from Cora's Quilts, but it's the kit with the for the pattern, with the fabrics.
You, you know,
I am
I was trying to remember where I got it from. It wasn't Cora's Quilts though.
but it is the appropriate kit for the fabric for the pattern.
Yes. Yep.
Where I am doing fabrics from Camille Roskelley, her summertime fabric line, and David is doing purples and greens.
The only requirement I told him was Moda. That's all
Nice.
I can tell you about the fabric.
Okay, that one and that one. Is there a reason why you specifically said Moda?
Have you known me to use anything else? Just asking.
I mean, I know you like your Kansas troubles and
Oh yes, that's what
uh,
basically yesterday's was all Kansas troubles.
whatever her other name is.
No, I seem to like Moda the best because they've got the best feeling fabrics.
Yeah.
I have used one of the prints, and this one I know is with Wyndham and QT. So just because I wanted a big print with it.
Mhm. Okay.
All I keep hearing is a whole bunch of us. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I got those four done. Now what's next?
And some of these pressing directions I'm not doing the way that the pattern suggests because I know it's not going to line up with something. So I'm pressing it the way that is easier to press.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't follow them for step one or for the cornerstone, the corner
yeah.
box.
And I know the reason why that direction is suggested is to help hide the or to keep your color from bleeding through.
Yeah.
But honestly, most of the time, as long as you got a good quality foreground or background color or fabric, you're not going to see through.
Yep. I agree with you. And you saw mine where they're dark purple and I can't see it through. So
Yeah,
yeah. I usually try to press towards a solid piece rather than a piece that has seams already
exactly.
because they lay flatter. So
No matter how much magic juice you need to use.
right.
which I did use a bit of magic juice trying to figure out how to finish this off.
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of 1 inch pieces, 1 inch wide.
Oh yeah.
Which that helps you decide if you got a pretty good 1/4 inch, because if you don't see your other fabric underneath it, your 1/4 inches are good.
Yep, that's true.
That way works. Oh, David, the other thing that you missed is when you get down to steps 5 and 6,
Hmm.
it is a little bit easier to press the first stage to your background instead of to your color fabric.
Okay, good, because that's what I'm doing right now.
And that way you don't have to trim before you put your second stage on.
Oh,
You can trim at the same at one time. That's why that was easier in step 6. Did you skip to step 6 and do those first?
I trimmed. I'm on 5 still.
Oh, that's what I meant on 5 and 6. If you wanted to avoid trimming between the
Yeah,
steps,
yeah,
if
I
you
just
press to the
trimmed.
background first, because it all works no matter which order you do it.
Well, I just need that
And
together.
I think I wanted to go this way. Okay, so wait. I did notice that in a later block, we are cutting our 1 inch pieces bigger and then trimming down. And I
Mm,
was like,
okay.
why didn't we do that with this block? I've already had everything cut, so there was no repondering that whole concept, but
Mm.
and I sewed that one wrong.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, why does that look a little weird? I'm not worried. It just, shows that I'm at least partially human.
Oh, I have plenty of those moments.
I had to turn my thermostat off because it's,
Too warm?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's somewhere above 60 because the heat wasn't coming on, but the humidifier is still turning on right now
Hmm.
because it's super dry air.
Oh.
And with the heat that the humidifier is blowing, it's still too warm in here. So
Hmm.
anybody who was watching a second ago and was like, we can't hear anything, that was intentional. As the rest of y'all are like, wait, you're looking at the screen?
I'm not sure how I feel about this background, but it is too late.
What's your feelings about it? Like, or what's your concern or the possible concerns?
Too late,
Too light.
especially when we get into the darker colors, I think. But neither
It'll
here
just
nor there.
cause them to pop more.
We'll see.
You told your ladies at the quilt shop there's no such thing as wrong, so
Oh, I know. I just am making a point that
because you don't want them to accidentally see this video and be like, wait, 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 wait.
yes.
Okay, before I resewed this, I need to make sure that I had it on the correct right sides out.
Great. So all of you watching out there, if you're doing this project or you're pulling your fabrics like Julie is to do this project, you're gonna need to give yourself a couple hours to get these blocks done.
Hmm.
Yes, the first, well, most of these blocks, or I'm sorry, most of the months are 3 blocks each.
Hmm.
Uh, there's a couple, there's one month that's 4 blocks. And then there's the big blocks we're only doing 2 of for each. So
Yeah.
we get a little bit of a reprieve there.
But those are
But
fun.
yeah, I think this one is one of the more intense quilts, or one of the
Yeah.
more intense blocks.
Blocks, yeah.
Well, it wasn't like our one yesterday. Super easy, that's for sure.
Well, that program, the Sparkle More, is very much a skill builder.
Yeah.
So the first one is going to be super easy.
Oh, is
We
that
got
the
it
block of the
done.
month from your quilt shop?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got that block done in like 30 minutes.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Nice.
Uh, Now, granted, we didn't trim down because
You can't.
I'm not trimming live on camera. And David told me that there's this better ruler that has all more lines. So I went and purchased that, and whenever that arrives, that's when I'm going to trim it down. So the quilt shop, I have to show it on Saturday to pick up my next block because I won't be around third Saturday, thanks to
Yeah.
QuiltCon. So they better not complain that I haven't trimmed it.
All right, I got the next step done.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love the double snowball to create the star
Yeah.
points down there. The Siberian Wind says the Yuletide Sampler 2 project she's doing with My Hobby Home and Quilty Bird Piecing is like that. Yes, Yuletide Sampler is
Same
it's from the
person,
same
isn't it?
it's from the same person, and I
Yep.
think most of the blocks are the exact same as this one. So if anybody um wants to do that instead of this one with us, then you can.
Mhm.
And she says that they're splitting her blocks into halves, do half the steps on live, and then finish it the next live. Oh, Colleen says it's very pretty, Stephanie. And
Thank
Nikki
you.
says, love the colors.
Yeah, these are the I just laid out my blocks so I can put them together. So I'll hold this up. Hopefully it won't all fall down. This is the designer. That's her fabric, Shelley Cavanna. So yeah, I think it's gonna turn out really pretty. Next month I get to use the blue, so I'm really excited.
Your blue dabba dee dabba da. Yeah, I haven't even looked at what colors I'm using next month. Uh, the Siberian Wind says she's doing hers in Halloween fabrics just because she can. You're doing a
Nice.
Christmas quilt in Halloween fabrics. I approve. I mean, I think that would be,
That would be something you would do anyways.
I mean, I don't, the only thing that I think in that sampler that screams Christmassy is the trees,
The trees.
and
Yeah.
I think there might have been a wreath in there, maybe, but
Well, but you can easily do that
I
in
was gonna say
Halloween.
David has shown me all these wreaths that you could have for various seasons, and you know, trees are not specific to a season, so I like that idea.
Mhm.
Well, and if you get some Lewis and Irene that glows in the dark, which actually really glows in the dark, like some of this fabric doesn't, for Halloween, that would look really cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, that's cool. Siberian Wind said, I don't think there's a wreath, but the trees are in dark green and black batiks.
Oh, nice. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
There's going to be lots of homework on this block.
Yeah.
That's what usually happens with these blocks of the month, where we're doing what we can on the live, and then there's homework. Because there's no way that we're going to finish 3 blocks in one.
No.
No, this is where I figure I can use like I did with my Kona and jump ahead
So
with
these
homework.
are my corner units.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice. Those are cool.
And yeah, I my OCD should have these working so that I can um have them all go the same direction.
Nice.
Okay, now let's see if I can mess this one up. It goes down.
I keep looking at my fabric, fearful that I did more upside down.
Oh,
Is yours white on white?
Yes, yes, it is.
I might as well be as well with mine because it's brown, but it's almost so this is like brown taupey with like paper, like how paper is grungy
mhm.
with some lines
Uh-huh.
in it, but it's taupe. So it's a pain in the butt.
Mm. Russ, Cheryl said stripes are tricky, but you nailed it.
Stripes are, yeah. When you have to, when you're concerned about changing the cutting instructions, which is what I was very concerned. I ended up having to change the piecing instructions to get the
Mm.
stripes to go the way I want. Oops, that's wrong. Pressed wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one of the, when I started cutting last night, I said, whose bright idea was it to have stripes in this? Then I looked in the mirror and realized who it was.
Did you get this one together or did you get this one your own? Your fabric.
I did the fabric on my own. The whole reason why the fabric started was when Camille Roskelley's Summertime was announced last year. I
Oh, that's right.
said this would be perfect for uh, this sew along because we bought the patterns a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
Something
almost
like
2 years
that.
ago maybe. And when I said this is going to be perfect for this pattern, I said, okay, um, let me draw the fabrics or draw the quilt in EQ8,
Mhm.
which that was a pain in the neck too, because the piecing is a lot of snowballs, and Russ is not an EQ8 expert in no means. So
Mhm.
as I was going in there trying to figure out how to get it drawn in EQ8, I learned a lot. But I drew it in the original colorway in EQ8 just so I can say, does this look like the picture? And then I downloaded the summertime prints. And after I got those downloaded, I figured out, I said, maybe I want this one. And I think I swapped fabrics around like 5 or 6 times before I got the look that I think I wanted.
Mm.
And then I had to order the fabric. Ingrid says someone recommended a black light to help with finding the right side on white fabric. Uh,
Blacklights
her
are good, but
nephews found it, and guess what I'm not going to ask what your nephews
yeah.
did with it.
So blacklight will highlight fabric softener like no tomorrow, alcohol. Um, damn.
The, the,
Um,
the, the trick that I learned is if you put your white on white on something dark, like I'm wearing black shorts, you can easily tell which side is up.
yes, that's what I'm doing right now with this because
They won't let you take the black light out of the hotel.
Oh no, I have like three of them in my bag for that reason, for when we do inspections. Because one of the brand standards is that you must blacklight and make sure there is no chemical residue left.
Mm.
And for the people that are crazy enough to do that sew a half an inch away, I think this is not enough waste to do that for your triangles.
Yeah, no.
And the other thing, I like the fact that if you press at least like the pressing instructions for steps 5 and 6,
Mhm.
when you're putting your chevron pieces together, they nest.
Yeah, that worked really well.
And if they're not nesting, you just flip it upside down.
Mhm.
One of the pieces, that is. The Siberian web says you can fold the fabric over itself to tell as well. One side will be brighter when folded. That's true, but in some cases a little bit harder to see.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Otherwise,
got
I
one
wouldn't be
block
having these
done.
issues.
Geez, look at you go.
Mhm.
Nowhere
Two
near
more
that
to
corner.
go.
Her machine is set to 525,600 stitches per minute.
Something. I thought we had good machines for us, but hers is like super duper supersonic.
No, I have witnessed her sewing in person, and I did not know that a machine could sound like that. Yeah,
Well, it's awful
I'm
quiet.
too fearful for my fingers to sew that quickly.
Well, our friend Paul back in the day, he was like that, and he sewed right through his two fingers making a bag, right? Because he was going
Oh,
so fast.
oh man.
I'm like, no.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
All right, guys, I really like this project. These blocks are pretty.
You're hooked on block one.
Yes, except I think by the time I get done with all three, I'm going to be like, okay, can we do another block now?
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen.
It's not hard. There's just a lot of steps.
Yeah, I mean, I don't technically what they call a step, there's still not a lot of steps. It's just there's a lot of, because it's only 9 steps,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem like a lot, but
And everybody at home, if you're working on this, it'll probably go faster too if you chain piece each step and do all three blocks at the same time.
See, that's what I'm doing. So forgive me on that. I
No,
was
that's okay. I just kind of wanted to see what one was going to look like.
That's why I'm like, there's gonna be a lot of homework
I
because
don't think that we would be, or I'm sorry, I don't think we would get finished in a reasonable amount of time if we were doing all three blocks at the same time.
Yeah.
well, I just know for next month I'm gonna have pre-homework done. I'll have all the chain piecing done, but then I'll have all but one block done.
So this is what my chevron's going to be.
Oh, I like that color.
Oh, that's nice. I love it.
Not exactly thrilled about the pressing open, but sacrifices will do.
Right.
Ingrid says, beautiful, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'd be going a little bit faster too if we weren't reading chat, but we love chat.
That's
Yeah.
half the fun.
So, Stephanie, you saw what I meant about the pressing of the last step. It's
Yeah.
easier to press inwards than outwards
Yeah,
because
I
of
think so
all that
too.
bulk in the center.
I actually tried both ways. I pressed it the way they said first, and then I pressed it the other way, and it's definitely easier to go in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if that's going to impact when we have to line these blocks up together, but that's
Yeah.
for future us to worry about.
That's right. Mhm.
Ingrid's asking, is the polka dot grunge? No, this is all from Camille Roskelley's Summertime line. From the background all the way through to the colors. But I did think as I was dealing with this, which side is out, uh, if like a grunge would have looked just as good with this, but I bought an entire bolt of the summertime background
Mhm.
from my local quilt shop because it would have been the same price as buying the 7 yards.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can do other projects with this too. Okay.
Well, it's like you and your paper.
Yeah, I'll buy the grunge paper white and paper gray by the bolt as well.
Oh yeah, those are staples.
And since Camille Roskelley's fabrics all work with all of her lines, I'm like, I can just mix and match if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the other fun part is my fabric 2 has a lot of white space on it, so I'm trying to make sure that I get color
Some of
in
the flowers.
my um stitch and flips. Nikki B says it took her forever to pick out fabrics with a Barnstar sampler, and she used Among the Wildflowers.
Nice.
That sounds like that'd be a lot of fun.
This one would be good with Marsha's fabric or the new 60s one that just came out too.
Like you're talking about like the flower power from Marsha Brady.
Yes.
Um, why is her name escaping me?
Maureen McCormick.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Except I don't think I had enough of her fabric to do this.
No, but they've got that new one that just came out that's similar-esque to hers.
Yeah. Although I do have, okay, it's too late now, Russ. But say I have a half yard bundle of whatever her first line was. And I think that I could have done this with that, but too late now.
No, Camille is going to look good.
Oh yeah. I think that that's going to work great.
Yep. Be pretty.
Okay, we are approaching 90 minutes. So I think let's start to wrap it up if we can.
Okay.
Stephanie, do you want to show your block again?
Oh, sure.
Let's spotlight you because I know how much everybody's gonna be like, I want to see.
Ooh,
That
yeah, that
is
turned out perfect.
gorgeous.
It's really good. Really
Like
pretty.
I've seen the pictures of it and
Yeah.
everything, and I'm like, yeah.
Mhm. I love it.
And through the magic of television, I have a block done.
Oh, nice. Really
So
pretty.
I have
I
my
love it.
stripes all going in the same direction. That's been, the more annoying part about this.
Mhm.
Uh, David, do you have
Yes,
anything that you want
I
to?
do.
Wait,
Oh, I like
let me
it.
spotlight you. Spotlight.
I've been chain piecing and that's my fault.
Oh,
Oh,
So
I
I
like it. I
love
love the
that color.
colors.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
Because it goes, then I've got this piece to go with it and then
Mhm.
this purple to finish it off. So
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
Oh, I
so
can't wait to see it.
Stephanie, what do you have coming up on your channel in the next, 1, 2, 3 weeks?
Well, we've got the solar flare so long starting, which I'm
That's
really
the
excited about.
14th, or
Ye-
Singles Awareness Day, or SAD for short.
Yes. So that's coming up, and I'm going to also be finishing up the MJ's messenger bag. So fingers crossed it gets warmer so I can stand being down here because I'm frozen like a popsicle right now.
I'm sorry for making you freeze.
And
No,
yet
that's okay. I'm
and
glad I
yet
got
you
to
sew
sew.
so fast too.
It's so cold down here. Like, it doesn't, I mean, we've got the heat on in the house and, but I can't have the space. I have a space heater for down here, but I can't have that on and all the lights and my iron or it pops a breaker. So, yeah.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is if you weren't on YouTube right now, you'd be warmer.
Yeah.
It's all
That's
my
okay though.
fault.
It was worth the sacrifice because the block is beautiful. So,
No, I agree there. It's going to be fun.
yeah. And I'm glad I
So
got to sew with you guys. So,
yeah, I want to thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, David, for being able to join, even though David, had a work crisis to deal with beforehand. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining us. And we will be back on March 1st, because that's the first Sunday in March. February and March, most of the time, have the same days of the week and everything, which means we're going to have a Friday the 13th both in February and March this year, just to let you know.
Oh, that's right.
So
Oh.
it's all good. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you next month on my channel. We're going to have this week on Thursday, my weekly vlog. Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern live. I don't remember what's happening live this weekend yet or anything. And there may be an announcement about to go out to the mailing list about some sort of a surprise that I'll tell everybody about on Wednesday.
Awesome.
So have a wonderful rest of your day. Awesome week. Stay warm.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.